Here we go. Since they won't give me no music, I'm gonna do my own little bit. All right, here we go. Talk to me, sweetie. Speak how you feel. Yeah. And I need for you to keep it real with me, cause I'ma keep it real. Girl, I'm yours still. I give you love galore, sir. You see, I'm trying to keep the peace with you. We at war, sir. I swear to God, I'm at my peak with you. We can start the song still. Cause I still wanna be with you, don't agree with you. Come a week for the week, we could be in the cut. I tell you what, hey, all right, again. There you go, missing the event. All of your friends, me. Wait a minute, talk to me. Here the go part. Here the part I like. Wait. Hold up. Who gonna leave who? At this point, friends, stop listening to tease. You don't believe you. Feel so out of character to play your role. Sometimes you gotta break your heart and say your soul. Yeah, I know. But I saw so and so the other day and shit. I felt weird feeling about it. He said he talked to you, but you didn't tell me everything. And so if it's innocent, I still feel something guilty about it. Don't come down on me. That's not really good logic. That's my favorite part. Hey, good evening. It's Ruth Marquez. Welcome to the Roof and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquez, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Tonight's topic is tell a friend, share the live, share the live, share the live. Tonight's topic is sometimes you have to break a heart or two. Hence the song. Who gonna leave who? At this point, your friends stop listening, tease you, don't believe you. They don't believe you, sis. They don't think you leaving, bruh. Hey, he said, "What's up, vicious? How are you? How are you? Hey guys, how are you today? We got California in the building. Tar Heel, where you from? What else? Who we got? Where you guys tuning in from? Thank you for joining our show today. Sometimes you have to break a heart or two to in this game called love. In this thing called love, you either win or lose, but you have to face the truth. What part of Philly? Game of love. That's what happened when they don't let you play music. In the game of love. Hey, Instagram is cool, but you know, YouTube and Facebook be tripping sometimes. All right, how many of you guys had to? Thank you for the like. How many of you guys Southwest? Oh, okay, BRB. Okay. How many of you guys had to ever break somebody's heart? Raise your hand if you broke somebody's heart before. Give me that hand wave if you broke somebody's heart. Yes. Right? If you had to break somebody's heart, or if you ever got your heart broken, then this episode is for you. Share with a friend. Let them know. Okay? So it's going to be hella story times tonight. All right? So, um, he said, I just did yesterday. You had to break somebody's heart yesterday? Yo, let me tell you. That's your first name, Tar Heel? So it's not easy, yo. I have mad respect for men right now, because it's not easy, you know, and and it's hard. I always say, like, you know, men have like two or three or more women that they let completely down. They completely let them down because that was not the right woman for them. They had to break the news that one was not going to pull the trigger, and the man did the job and pulled the trigger. So I give y'all a lot of respect for pulling the trigger. Women, sometimes you got to pull the trigger too. You got to let them know, right, that they're not. But my only thing with the women, you know, I always got something for you ladies. Sometimes we let guys go that did not deserve it. Sometimes we overlook men that should have not been overlooked. And I will say that for the men too. He said, yes, it was hard too. Thank you, Tar Heel. It's hard. Nobody talks about this. You over here, you're finding, if you're dating correctly, you're looking at multiple people at one time, and you're picking somebody and you're focusing on somebody. Nobody talks about all the people and all the hearts you had to break. Maybe y'all were getting somewhere and that person thought they really was going to be a good match for you, and you knew in your heart that you were not a good match for them. At some point in the future, you saw either him or her making you miserable, or um you making them miserable. Okay, I told my daughter, like Ella, I said, sometimes guys are not, when you're like, this girl that is sought after, sometimes guys are not even going to bother with you because they know they ain't about nothing right now. You know what I mean? They know they not, it's not that they're not about something. They are good men, but they just playing around right now. So you can't get your heart broken because that person is not taking relationships seriously right now. You can't get your heart broken if that woman is not taking relationships seriously right now. Right now, women player is at, okay, female players are is at an all-time high because of Instagram, because of Facebook, because all we got to do is look cute and shake our tatas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so descriptive. I got to remember not to do that. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. I mean, well, so we, you know, those women don't want to let go of those guys and those benefits. So women now understanding how men, now that we're getting equal, we understand how men actually feel when they have to like cut everybody loose because they want to be with a certain person, right? And the women that don't get picked, or y'all want to call them pick me's or whatever, they have hard feelings. Their feelings are hard. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but they just mad. And I tell women all the time, don't get mad because he did not choose you. He did you a favor because y'all don't match. Something about y'all doesn't match. Why would you be mad? Now, if y'all match and he didn't choose you, then there'd be a problem. If the woman did not choose you and y'all match, then it would be a problem. But y'all didn't match. He just had enough courage to tell you. And shout out to Tar Heel because at least you told her that you are not interested anymore. It's going to be damned if you do and damned if you don't. I understand, because it's like if you don't tell them and you play the breadcrumb, I'm back out a little bit, I'm going to tiptoe back a little bit, a little at a time, and hopefully she'll get it. I hate dudes that do that, right? I don't like when people do that. Oh, he'll get it over time. She'll get it over time. No, be upfront and real with people. That is somebody's heart. Why would you, in my mind, why would I spend a day making you think that I want you and I don't? That's another day that you could have been living your life and finding the right person for you or enjoying yourself in your own life. So for me, I'm like that upfront person. I'm horrible at this. I'm good at it and hard at the same time, right? So yeah, that's the one part I don't like about dating is breaking into my heart. So let's start with, there's three categories. All right, we're talking about breaking hearts or broken hearts. Let me see. I don't want a broken heart. I don't want to play the broken hearted girl. No, no, no broken hearted girl. If I'm telling the truth, I want y'all to drop money in the cash app. This, it don't matter. It could be $1, it could be 10, it could be 100, it could be 1,000. Yeah. Drop something in there. All right, now number one, you either get broken up with. Number two, you have to break a heart. Or number three, you break your own heart. Okay, let's start with number one. You get broken up with. Okay, now this is where somebody breaks up with you. There's writing on the wall. But sis, this is what y'all do. Women have intuition. They know day one, this ain't the right dude. This is the problem. Okay, we talked about the one. We should do the show called The One, right? Men, what I come to realize, and everything that I say is it's a conclusion of my research. Okay, so what I realize is men have a higher ideal of the one they will stop everything for, the one they would marry, the one they would commit to. The one for them is real. because they were watching the same movies we was watching, sis. They was watching those movies, right? So the one though has to be like, she has to do like leaps and bounds over other women. This is the one for men up here. Women want the one, right? But when they meet a guy, they go down here and be like, oh, he ain't the one, but one day I can get him up there. One day he gonna be like this. You know what I mean? So we know what our intuition says, but we try to make him the one. What do they say? When a man gets married, he hopes she never changes. When a woman gets married, she hopes that he can change. She can change him, right? Hit that like button if it's true. Women are always thinking they could change a man. I learned the hard way. You can't change a man. All you can do is pick a man that is the way you want him to be. Men, you know what? If I was a man, I never thought about it this way. If I was a man, I would go for the girl that is always growing, because if you know she's going to change, women always change, right? Physically, emotionally, mentally, always get the one that's going to change for the better. So, yeah, she's going to change, but she's going to be better. That's the only way you can hedge a bet against, oh, I think she's going to get fat when we get together. I think she's going to stop having sex. You have to get a woman that has a growth mindset. I'm talking real right now. Hit that like button. Get a woman with a growth mindset, and she will always be trying to do better. She will always be trying to make you happier. She will always, now you got to be a happy man, because we're not here to make you happy. You got to make yourself happy, but we can make you happier. She will always be working on looking good and working on her body. That's how you found her. Some things don't change. So if you are finding somebody that, oh, she's small, but she's naturally small, and she gonna stay like that, cool. If her mama's small, cool. But if you see, look, I can't say stuff like this. If you see that her mama was a little thick on the side, come on, and she's not working out, sir, you already know where that's gonna go. And that's where y'all got that whole thing, check her mama out from. He said, I've been through all three. I tried to make her the one. I know, but that just means she wasn't the one, and the one is gonna come like a bow with on. She gonna come. I'm telling you, I'm seeing people that they did not even think that the one would be coming, but they're seeing it. You have to believe the one is gonna come. You ain't gonna have to fix her. You ain't gonna have to do nothing. You're just gonna have to be you, show up, and do what you do. And she's gonna have everything else that you need. She's gonna have things you need that you didn't know you needed. I've been through all three. So that means you've been broken up with. You had your heart broken, but you had your heart broken. You had to break a heart, and you broke your own heart. All right, we're gonna get to it. Behave, computer. All right, here we go. So when you get your heart broken, that's when, if you're not careful, you'll join the all men ain't ish crowd, all women ain't ish crowd. There's a lower level of thinking in the dating world. There's lower level people here, and I'm sorry, but the majority of the people is lower level. Then there's a higher level. I'm starting to think there's a 20%. Be careful, open your eyes and grow, because 20% is going to be the best of the best, and 80% is going to be like, all of y'all ain't nothing. See, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I'm guessing, but it makes sense, because a lot of people are going to say the opposite sex is the blame. And instead of turning that finger around, you see how many fingers is pointing at me? All these fingers is pointing at me. Why you point at the other sex? Point at yourself and do the work on yourself. See what I'm saying? If you point at yourself, you do the work on yourself, what happens is, when the person that you're supposed to be with comes around, you're not going to feel like you are damaged goods, okay? You're going to feel prepared. And if you don't prepare yourself, you're going to feel insecure. Why not do the work? I keep telling people, write letters to people that hurt you, write letters to yourself, write letters to like all the things of pain that you feel. Write a letter out. Sometimes you don't want to tell anybody, and it's okay to tell your deepest, darkest feelings. First, you want to understand what you're going through, and then you can tell a friend. maybe, you know what I mean? Like maybe you not want to tell them every little detail, but if once you write it out, you're like, oh, this is what's going on right now. I see why it's happening. Most likely something happened in your childhood to make you feel like, okay, I need this type of person in my life. And then you keep picking the wrong people. But if you go back into your childhood and you fix that part, you write a letter to mom, you write a letter to dad, auntie, uncle, grandpa, grandma, whoever it was that allowed you to experience this thing that made you feel like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't have it all together. And then I keep trying to help somebody. Sometimes we try to help other people and fix other people when we really should be fixing ourselves. All of these things leading up to getting broken up with, right? All right. So now the girl breaks up with you or the guy breaks up with you. Now all men ain't nothing, but they was fine 5 minutes ago when before they broke up with you, but now they're all trash. In that moment, when you get hurt and you get disrespected, it does seem like love is out the window. He says, I took time for myself, self-healing. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you. It's so important to heal yourself because think about it. I keep saying lately, my new phrase is love like love like you've never been hurt. Love like you've never been hurt. And you can't do that if you're still focused on hurting. Reno says, so who heart you trying to break again? I ain't trying to break nobody's heart. I just never did this episode. Okay. Everything's not in real time, Reno. all right. But I do got some story times. Now, the definition of breaking up with somebody, there's a definition. And it says to cause someone to feel great sorrow or sadness. So somebody made you feel great sorrow or sadness, or I'm gonna get to that part, you made them feel that way. All right. Now there's such a thing called the broken heart syndrome. This is the interesting part. Okay. You know how people like one person died and the other person died right after of a broken heart? It's a broken heart syndrome. Now, it's a reaction to a surge of stress brought on by an extremely emotional event. Be careful because your heart being broken can cause you physical stress and medical conditions, right? So you have an extremely emotional event such as a death of a loved one. That's when you're at the most risk. Death of a loved one, okay? Divorce, breakups, romantic rejection, or a major financial loss. How many people heard of the people that jumped off the building after 9/11 happened? He says, yeah, it recently happened with the Texas shooting. So what recently happened? To be clear, what recently happened? A breakup, like the broken heart syndrome? Like what were you, like, was that because you felt that way because that happened with the shooting? Because our mental health is at risk. I think I opened up social media. The first thing I saw when I woke up, and I didn't even pray yet, was a lady lost her son a day before he turned 18. And all she wanted was for her son. He was in a coma. All she wanted was for her son to make it his 18th birthday. Unfortunately, that did not happen. He passed away this morning. That was traumatizing to me. So she said she loved them every day. And I'm like, that's what I can take away from the situation. I feel bad because the Bible says you need to cry with those who are crying and laugh with those who are laughing. That was so sad. So the Texas shooting, all of these things is making us see sadness everywhere. You got to remember that if you don't rebuild yourself, and let's say you went through a breakup and you had to break up with somebody, you know what? Some people think that because you broke up with somebody that it didn't hurt you. And that's not fair. Oh, you said a man had a heart attack from losing his wife? Oh my gosh, so he dies 2 days after her. See? And then when I was writing down this definition, I was reminded of there's somebody called Anton Daniels, and he's the one that's like, I'm a benevolent dictator, right? So he's on the Lapeef network, and he saw Kevin Samuels pass away. Like, he didn't see him pass away, but he was coming from the funeral and he had chest pain. And I believe that he was experiencing brokenhearted syndrome. His wife stopped everything and made him go to the doctors. It don't have to be a woman, opposite sex. It could be somebody you admired and they lost their life and now your heart is broken because you know they had so much more to do. And so it's bothering you and you getting chest pain. So this kind of stuff is real. And we don't know stuff. Like I had a long time ago, I hate to say all the sad stories, y'all, but it's relative. I think I had a miscarriage, and I was like, I wish people would talk about this more often, because if I at least knew it was a possibility, I would have been a little bit more prepared. But that's why I like the show, because it's like we can talk about things and you just never know. I had a conversation with somebody today, and a lot of things that we're talking about and going through in her mind, like all the things that she needs to like that we need to brush up on, that we were not taught and we are learning now, it was all tested, because now she's in a position where she is getting the what she wanted out of relationships. But she's I kind of it's like running the questions to the exam beforehand, right? So it's a very important that we learn new things and we're prepared for what's next in life. One thing I don't like about life is when something happens I wasn't prepared for. When my mom passed away, I was more prepared for it than anything, because I was dealing with it for a year. And yes, God can do any kind of miracles, but at the same time, I had to know like things gonna go God the way God wants it to go. It's not gonna go the way I wanted to go. Right. So I had to be prepared for the possibility of it happening. So it hurt and it hit hard, but it would have never, if somebody would said, and one day I lost my mom, I would have been, y'all wouldn't have seen me for 6 months. Okay. But because I was dealing with it and when I was prepared, it helped me. All right, I'm gonna move on. Story time. So we're talking about getting broken up with. I remember the first time I got broken up with. It was after a very long-term marriage, long-term relationship, and then I had a smaller relationship. But it was like, wow, we got along. Everything was great. And I went through this the last couple of shows, and I told you the various reasons why it didn't work out. Let's call him Mr. Mufasa, right? And so with Mr. Mufasa, he was like so nice. I didn't really, you know how things happen. When women, we don't really realize how much a man is pouring into us sometimes. And it could be words, it could be money, it could be whatever. But he was spending money on me, and he would buy me things and take me out to eat. And I just, it was like a little bit here and there. And I was so used to it, I just kind of was like, okay, it's fine. Like I wasn't like that, like, oh, okay, this is the dollar amount. So when it finally came to an end, because he bought a car and he probably ran out of money, right? Trying to impress me. Right? He knew I was a stay-at-home wife. So he was like, let me try to spend some money in this girl, right? Hindsight is 2020. So anyway, he broke up with me, but when he did, like I felt nauseous. Like I felt like somebody's going to throw up with me. It was just like, we got to talk. And it's like, oh gosh, this is horrible. It's either going to go really good, really bad. And I was like, oh, I feel sick to my stomach. I was devastated. I had already walked away, but I had never really had somebody break up with me. That was the first time that ever happened to me. And so, but the funny, it's not funny, but the real reality was I was supposed to break up with him. So I understood it, but I was still fighting. Like I'm like to the death, to the end. Like my loyalty is real. It's crazy, right? Real crazy. But so yeah, I was devastated about it. So yeah, I know what it's like to get broken up with and my feelings being hurt. And I'm like basically like, what can we do to make this work? And then eventually I was like, I prayed about it and I was like, you know what? God told me better was coming. He wanted to know. So I told him, I was like, better is coming, Better? No. Like, he was like, basically like nothing could better than him could come around. I'm like, you don't want me. What do you want me to do with that information, sir? We can't stay friends. I don't believe in friends after we breaking up, right? I don't believe in all that stuff. So I'm not gonna jeopardize my next chances. The type of people I deal with, they ain't about that. Like, what y'all did what? And you think I'm gonna let you be friends with him? Absolutely not. So I didn't want to be put in that position. And he really thought like anybody going, wait, he did the he gonna accept you, gonna have to accept me car. I said, no, baby, that's not how this is gonna work. It's not gonna work like this, sir. You don't want me, leave me alone. You are not ruining my chances. That is a message for all of y'all that want to string along that female friend, that male friend. Listen, if y'all slept together, just call it a day. Cut these people off. Cut it off, because why would you jeopardize the woman of your dreams for a woman you don't even want? Why would you jeopardize a woman of your dreams for a woman that you don't even want? Okay? If I'm making sense, hit the like button. All right, see some hearts, stars, lucky charms. Come on. Number 2, when you have to break your heart. I feel bad for the men that were dating properly. You know, women, we don't give you that respect. Like, yeah, you did it right, sir. You picked out of what you wanted, and it's okay. Women need to learn how to pick out of what they wanted. They didn't do it. That's on them. They picked who they was gonna have sex with, and that's their. They have women control access to sex and who becomes a father. They control that. Men decides who becomes a wife and who becomes a girlfriend. Can we accept it and move on? It's real. I got it. I accept it. Thank you, Tar Heel. Now, you decided who you were going to sleep with, sis. So when you sleep with that person, and this is why y'all listen, let me tell y'all guys, y'all so cold with it. You did that, sis. You decided to sleep with him. You did that to yourself. And wait, make it so bad. If you really think about it from a man's point of view, make it so bad that not only did you sleep with him, right, as from a man's point of view that's looking at you, not only did you sleep with him, you had his baby too, and you knew he wasn't nothing. That's on you, because men, their standard is here. Ain't no woman rocking their standard. What they want is what they want. If you can make them forget about all the other things you don't have, good for you, sis. Good for you. But their standard is here and they're not changing it. They're not, unless they making mistakes. Now they making mistakes. The guys do it all the time. That's how they end up in divorce. They let some stuff fool them. Okay. So guys' standard of who they want to marry is up here. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Tell me I'm right or wrong. What do y'all say? Y'all have y'all standards pretty high. Y'all not like, you know what? She could be 300 pounds, be a 4, and have 16 kids. I'm gonna marry that. That's it. Cause she got that what, right? Y'all not doing that. But a woman will lower her standards. Now, men will lower their standards to sleep with a woman. That's true. But a woman will lower their standards and then try to make him the one. That's where the problems start. Try to make him the one. He ain't the one. Let it be so, lady. Try to make him the one. And then wonder why we're not in a relationship or why we're not getting married. But you already knew that wasn't right. That wasn't a good connection. So I do feel bad for men that have to let go of the people they were talking to. It could have been a good person, but they just wasn't a good person for them. Maybe you're artistic, creative. Maybe you're a business person, right? They were looking for a woman that they can, run a business together with, and you're a nurse, and you got to stay on a job, and you got to be around the clock, and that's not going to work for them. Maybe they're looking for something very specific. It's okay if it doesn't work. If your lifestyle's not compatible, he says, I'm very rigid these days. Yeah, you should be. Absolutely. When you start being like that, right? That's when you know you're getting closer. That's how you know you're getting closer. Okay? Sometimes that man knows that something about you and something about him is not compatible. Women can know it, but we are very slow to pull the trigger. But if the woman is really dating correctly, she's going to tell you, sir, I've tried. And that's why I say don't feel bad, ladies or men, because you in your mind, you walked all the way down the aisle with that person and ask yourself, with this woman's attitude, can I spend the rest of my life with her? Ask men, I'm asking you a question. Do y'all do this? Do y'all say the way she is right now, I could spend the rest of my life with her when you're dating somebody? Do y'all from the beginning to the end? Is there a certain point? I'm asking you a question. He said, shoot, I've been getting closer for 4 years now, then. Right now. Listen. Listen, it's something. It's something. And today I spent the whole day talking about watching childhood traumas. And yeah, that it was a thing. It was a thing. Somebody said, until you get happy, don't try to get somebody else happy, make somebody else happy. I was like, ooh, that's good. I still have work to do. Now it's been 6 years for me. Now I can see, because I'm gonna tell you, I can see why it's been 6 years. Because in 3 years into, I spent 3 years with somebody and it wasn't the right thing. So I didn't learn my lesson. I wasn't learning the lessons that I needed to learn and moving on. We have a problem breaking up with people that we know we shouldn't be with. Like, you got time. Who did you waste your time with in those years? He says, my bad for my negative sidebar. No, it's fine. You right. You had a good point. Because I can say the same thing. I can say for 6 years I've been out of this thing, and now when is it gonna be my no 6 years? But if I'm effing up for 3 years and then I gotta clean it up a year and a half, that's 4.5 of years. And then I had a half a year of healing from, you know, it's been and they'd be like, and why are you 37 and still single? Nigga, because I've been healing and messing with the wrong person. That's why. Okay? When you get stuck on somebody and you don't know how to break up, you get these kind of problems. You lose time. Right? I was just talking to somebody and she was with somebody for 10 years, had a baby with them. He never married her. They were on and off. Right? On and off. What's on and off? The light switch go on and off. When we off, we off. I'm done with you. You don't get to go to somebody else and then come back to me, and then go to somebody else, and then come back to me, and then go somebody else, and come back to me. The whole time I'm just with you. Are you kidding me? Or I'm going with somebody else. We just need to be done with it. That's messy. All right. Anyway, it's not to judge, but I'm just saying this is what happens when we on and off and on and off. So bad. Now it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna lay back and chill and see what God drops in my lap. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because another 10 years is gonna go by and you'll be 45 and wondering where all the good men, where are the good men at? Stop choosing bad men. Stop choosing men that don't want to commit to you. And give good men a window, a chance. See if you're compatible. Cancel your type. Cancel your type. Your type has been giving you misery and pain. Your type, if you go for the IG model, cut it out. If you go for the bad boy in the top 20% of guys that look good, got a body, got money, got a biz, stop. Just stop it. Pick somebody else. Pick somebody that you're like, you know what? You kind of corny, but I like you a little bit. Don't pick what everybody else wants. Pick what's going to be good. See, this is why I'm a good realtor. Ooh, you always got that. It's not on purpose, though. It's natural. I'm a good realtor because at some point when I realized there's no brand new houses, there's only real homes here, right? It's a couple singles, right? But majority, he said, I love the animation. Thank you. Right? The majority of homes, everybody's fighting for the same home. And they came and flipped the house and brand new everything. Those are the worst homes to get in the bidding war with. You're gonna overpay. So now I need y'all to go look back at the market, see what house only needed paint. Ooh, that's good. What house only needed some paint? What house only needed brand new carpet? Because when I bought my house years ago, we don't agree on nothing. We ain't together no more, okay? We don't agree on nothing. But when we walked in that house, we like, look, it got the space, everything. When I say it was orange carpet, green carpet, stuck in the 1950s, but we looked around like, this is it. And one day, they gave us the key, and the same day we was ripping out the carpet and painting at the same damn time. The next day, the property looked totally different. Ma'am, you need to go back on the market and find somebody. Maybe he don't dress the best. Hey, maybe he don't talk the smoothest. Okay, maybe he has a couple of things that he got to work on. Okay, maybe he got a little Teletubby, but you see him at the gym. You need to go back and find you that person is their perfect match, but they have a flaw. I know I'm preaching. They are perfect match, but they have a flaw that you could probably work with, and you see them working at it. Give them some time. Because when we made that little transformation, it looked like a brand new house in 24 hours. Now, it wasn't Dr. Phil. It was Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey sent these women on a date. And these twin girls, they look crazy. All right, they made me not ever want to wear blonde hair again. They had blonde hair, and it was like it didn't match their skin tone. It looked crazy, and it was like a drag queen type stuff. And I don't understand what the men are saying about the makeup. I'm like, don't give them another one, girls. They were not delusional, but they were just like, we're good. We're good. We'll pass on you. One had a mole right here. She's like, oh, I don't like guys with moles. The other one, they put prosthetic. They put like he had a bald head, and then they put like this carpet on his head. Like they were in LA, I guess, and they just did their makeup, like making them look a little older. And then they gave a guy a little belly. And these girls were like, oh, yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. But I have a girlfriend that's going to help. That's going to be good. They said the same job. It didn't matter that they had good jobs. It didn't matter. Oh, I don't like moles. Oh, you used to be a football player. What happened? This is what they're saying to these guys. Well, lo and behold, these guys, like I said, they had prosthetics on. They were overweight, like they had a fat suit on, whatever. And these girls were being so obnoxious. Those guys came back out with suits on. They're big business dudes or have great jobs, and they made a lot of money and they had good personalities. And the way, see, this is how y'all think y'all want something, but y'all don't know how to recognize it. I'm watching these guys. I'm like, something ain't right. Something ain't right with these guys. I was like, dang, why his hair so extra with the carpet thing? I was like, in my mind, I was already shaving the man's hair. I'm like, he just got to be bald. He's still cute. He just got to be a little all the way bald, not halfway bald, right? And then, but the way he was talking, he's like, yo, you just going to dismiss me like that? I'm like, he got a little confidence to him, right? So anyway, I kind of called. I'm like, the other one's kind of cute too. Like, ignore the mole. It's no problem. Right? And so what happens is they didn't even have an inkling. They have high value men in front of them, and they had no idea. Okay. It was like a software engineer and somebody, whatever. But those guys they're not gonna hit you up. Like they're not gonna want to talk to you now after you've been obnoxious to them. So women don't even know how to identify. Some women don't know how to identify a good man or work with a man. That can be a huge problem because you could have had almost everything. I think Tyler Perry said it best. What is it? Why did I get married? You leave the 80% for 20, and you'll never find what you want in the 20%. Right? What do y'all think so far? Right? So women, it could be the same thing with the women. And she could be a great person, but you're looking at her flaws. You're believing these guys and say, oh, single mothers are trash. I don't want a single mother. Ho, 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 ho. Right? You're not looking at her personality. You're not looking at anything else about her. You're looking at superficial things. Anyway, let me move on. Don't feel bad because you try to imagine you when you're breaking up with somebody or you're letting them go or you stop and talk to them. You did everything you could to see yourself with that person. If you really gave it a shot, if you really gave it a try, then you shouldn't feel that bad because that person is just not right for you. Y'all don't want to admit it, but you can admit it, right? It doesn't mean you don't feel bad for hurting their feelings. You just pulled the trigger and you know better. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you know you don't respect that person or you know you don't really want that person? You're not going to be able to be submissive to that person because you're thinking you're better than them. Somebody say, is that Naomi Kia? Hey neighbor, how are you? Oh, He used to do my hair. She was like my big sister. How are you, love? Girl, we're talking about breaking up. It's hard to do, right? If you are, if you want somebody particular, you know what you want and you know what you're looking for, right? You're going to have to break somebody's heart. Everybody can't go. It's only between, she says, amazing. Thank you, love. How I'm great. I'm glad you're doing great. How the family? How's everything going? Right? So I feel like in love is you or them. It's you or them. And it could be somebody you really, really care about. It's still gonna be you or them. And you gotta always keep that in mind. If you give this person that you don't want or desire or respect or something that's off, if you give them that, you are doing them a disservice. That's a divorce waiting to happen. I don't care if he says, girl, I want to marry you today. Girl, I want to marry you in a year. Girl, I want to marry you soon. It doesn't matter. Reverse it, guys. It doesn't matter. I'm ready to have your kids. I'm ready to do whatever you want. Da, 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 da. She said, I'm well. You look like you're doing great. Yes, I am doing well. Thank you so much. I'm doing amazing. Thank you, boo. Yes, we got to talk. I got to catch up with you. So, yeah, send me a DM. I will text you, call you. All right. So, yes, we have to decide it's going to be me or it's going to be them. At some point in the beginning, you was letting everybody win. And that's why they broke your heart. You were trying to please them. And that's why they broke you was trying to be the good guy, Ray. And that's why they broke your heart. And now you got to say, you know what? If I see something in them that I know I cannot tolerate, if I see something that is a deal breaker, I got to let it go. And you're doing them a disservice because you're not wasting a day. The difference between men and women when they're dating, like, I ain't gonna say all women, but look, me. So I will let people know where they stand at all times. I don't got a problem doing that. The problem is with men, they not gonna tell you because they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to break your heart. Don't feel bad. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Women have to learn how to be empathetic to men. Men have to learn how to be empathetic to women. Have some empathy when that man is walking up to you and say, "Shorty, you look great today." You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Well, he had the courage, even if you didn't like how he said it, he had the courage to step to you. If he don't step to you, then you complain and say, "Oh, no man want to talk to us nowadays. They so scared." Da, 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 da. I want to see you do it, sis. I want to see you step up to the rejection. Child, if somebody don't text me back, I'll be like, "Oh, what did I do wrong?" Right? So we have to be empathetic to what men have to go through. So you can't be like, "Oh, well, it's me and you now. So you need to tell that girl to get lost." Get lost, right? And it's not fair. It's like he's got to hurt somebody's feelings so he can be serious with you. And I think I was watching a interview and she said she gave him 60 days to clean up his situation. All the women that thought he see women be thinking they with you and you sorry, shut up, Ruth. Please, ladies, don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Women be thinking y'all together when y'all not together. Men, hit the like button if that's true. Women be thinking, so that's why the women come up with a new question. They say, is there anybody out there that think that y'all together? He said, nah, say it. Yes. Women be thinking they really together with a guy they're not together with. Then they get mad when they find out the guy is talking to somebody. They want to go through all his phones or whatever, and he never committed to you. If he said y'all not exclusively seeing each other, then y'all are not exclusively seeing each other. You can't get mad if you talk to somebody else. If he's with somebody else, you can't get mad. That's what you agreed to. Just never agree to that if that's not what you want. That makes sense? So story time is a few people that I just could not. I just couldn't. I had to. It was me breaking their heart because I couldn't see a future with them. They were great guys, but it just wasn't clicking. It just wasn't. I try. I really try to see the whole picture, right? But sometimes, what is it? Because it's on nighttime. No, don't call me. All right, I can't see as bright. All right, I tried. When you try to see, like, oh, how is this gonna work? How is our interaction gonna be? How am I gonna deal with conflict with you? Like all of these things, you go all the way down, and you're just like, nah. Because I remember this happened to me before. This ain't gonna work, sir. I know what I need, and you're not doing it. I know what I want, and you don't have it. You're doing this over here, and I don't want to do that. Right? So unfortunately, that's what had to happen. But the person may want it and you don't want it, and then that's how their heart is a little damaged. And then they feel like they could take it out on everybody, but it's not the intention. It's like, look, I'm doing both of us a favor. Just like the guy was doing me a favor because he knew we weren't gonna work out. I came from church one day, the guy that broke my heart, and I was like, listen, I don't think this is gonna work because it's not working out. It's not. And then we just kept going back and forth. I was like, you know what? But it's okay. I'm gonna stay with you. And he's like, no, no, no. We're gonna break up. If you don't want to be with me, if I'm not your first choice, respect, nigga. Respect. If I'm not your first choice, but I told him though, I was like, bruh, it's like real estate. Like I was even really agent like that. So I can't just choose the first house I see off the market. I wanted to be single for a minute. That's what really happened. And he was just there. And sometimes we get in, come on, somebody raise your hand when you get into a relationship out of convenience. If I had seen him on the street, if I whatever, but I had known him for a while, then that's how we got together. But if I didn't know him, it's not like, oh, I'm looking for you. I was like, no. You see what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes we with somebody because of convenience. That's not real love is because convenience. No. You look at people, you evaluate. Okay, all right, let me give you an example. If you're gonna hire somebody, would you hire them out of convenience or will you look at all the resumes, pick the top 10, pick the top five, damn it, pick the top three, and say, you know what? This person I think will be a perfect fit. I'm gonna pick the best one. They're not gonna have everything done. They're not gonna be perfect, but they're the best fit for me based off of all the people that had to fire and I had worked for me in the past. I know I'm betting on this person is going to win. And then you got to let all the other applicants go. People got to understand that's how that works. Everybody can't get the job, only one job. He says, now why aren't women empathetic or sympathetic when men thought it was more to the relationship, but they assume wrong? I have women look at me with two heads just because I assume we were building something. Let's take it step by step. Women are not empathetic, meaning the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Rayno, look on the internet. Do it look like women are sympathetic to men? What do you think the Ruth relationship show is? we we still think y'all can walk into a wall and feel nothing. Unfortunately, this is it. We feel like we can hurt. He said, "You sip that." Yo, remember back in the day. By the way, I shouted you out. I said to all my day, we hit 10K on the Instagram reel, my first time, yay! And I was shouted out all my day ones and my day 45 because you told me like I've been watching your show since day 45 though. Show 45. Yeah, it's still a hell of a lot of shows, right? That was like 100 shows ago. Not to say that you've seen all of them, but that's where we started. So women are not empathetic because we are not taught to be empathetic to men. That's why it's so outrageous when men ask us anything. What do you bring to the table, or what are you going to do for me, or whatever. Men know automatically provide for a woman, do for a woman, make her happy, but women do not understand the concept of making a man happy back. I don't want to talk about this. I was at the dentist today. I had the most inappropriate dental hygienist. She put a phone. Calm down, Ruth. She put a she put a phone on the back of my neck. Ow, that hurt. She put a She put a phone on the back of my neck. I want to smack her. You ever seen a white girl that's so inappropriate? Anyway, love them, but come on. She put a phone on the back of my neck. She started talking about, oh, I want to talk about Wednesday. This, whatever she wanted me to listen to, it's on the back of my neck right now. It's like, Ruth, what are you going to do? Mind you, I have all this stuff in my mouth. And so she wasn't even empathetic to me as a patient that had just got drilled all up in here. And, but anyway, she says stupid stuff like, oh, the comedian said Black Lives Splatter. That's when I knew I wanted to choke her. And I was like, Ruth, don't do it. It's okay. She don't know no better. And then, so she's saying all this offensive, gruesome, crazy stuff. Then she said, oh, you don't have to give man head. I was like, oh, are we talking about this right now? I'm going to gloss over this. I'm going to act like that does not sound like what? It's like I gave her all the reasons why she's wrong. Anyway, let's leave it there. I gave her all the reasons why she's wrong, and she don't know what the hell she's talking about, and she's selfish. She's not empathetic. And then, anyway, she's like, "Oh, you don't have to." I was like, "Oh, that's white people stuff." That's white people stuff. Okay, cool. Anyway, so she was inappropriate, and like I said, I didn't feel like there was empathy there, because why would you expect something and you don't give anything to this man? Cool. So I didn't choke her, and I did have to stop and say, side note, I got my sidebar sometime. Side note, I was proud of myself. I was like, you know what? Because she kept trying to watch the phone and fill my teeth in, not look, and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not a woman hater. I'm not a woman hater. I was like, why do y'all want jobs, but y'all not gonna work? I'm not a woman hater. I'm not. But I noticed we are not job friendly. Notice you don't take this serious, ma'am. You got a man at home or something? Anyway, good news. She's been doing it for 20 years. She was not taking her job serious. I had to tell her, I took the thing on my mouth. I said, ma'am, I need you to focus on me right now. She was so addicted to social media, and nobody ever told this chick that she can't drill or film in somebody's teeth and listen to her YouTube show at the same time. So inappropriate, so bad. Conversation so bad. Her boss came over. The dentist came over. Was like, "What are you doing? Are you with a client right now?" That's how bad it was, y'all. Anyway, I just felt like I had to tell y'all stories, because back in the day, I used to tell my stories of how my day went. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so women don't feel empathy. We were Reynolds thing. He said, I thought it was more to the relationship, but they assume wrong. Okay, here's what I would say. If you are not persistently pursuing a woman, she automatically gets the message that you are not interested. So she's not getting calls or texts every day. We're at the point where we're like, he's not that interested in me. So whatever he's doing, that's fine. But men that really want a woman, they're going to make sure every single day they're texting or calling or Facebook commenting, whatever. It's going to be something from him to say, keep me on your mind, sis. Right? So maybe you got to move a little differently, right? He said, I have women look at me with two heads just because I assume we were building something. Women also like you being straightforward to say, look, I'm looking for a long-term. Listen, this is from a woman's perspective. So you don't have, go check with the men first before I think I'm all right. Go check with the men first and let them know. Because a woman may ask you, are you looking for something long-term? Right? And if she's saying, if you're both in agreement, then cool, then y'all building something. But if she never even knows that you're looking for something long term, she's gonna, women automatically assume that every guy wants a casual relationship, or they're not really looking for nothing, or all guys is this and all guys is that, because why? They were broken up with before, and so now they thinking all men are dogs, all men are trash, all men are dogging other women out, and it's not true. I what episode was that? I wish the girl would finish the damn list. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get that done this weekend. Oh, there's an episode where we talked about last Friday night. Was it last Friday night? We talked about when you're married, you have more sex. I can't remember the name of the show, but look, the last 7 days, right? Well, you're married. I swore it was last Saturday night that we talked about this. Anyway, but yeah, when you're married, I showed the chart, I show everything, and I can't think of the name. Wait, you know how you just got it. Stop it! I got the urge to fix it. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, we did that show, and men are not having as many. That's when I said, oh yeah, it was last Saturday's show, and I said men are not having as much sex as women are. Women are having sex; they get to control sex, so of course they can have all the sex they want to. But that doesn't mean they're getting a commitment. See, that's why they're not getting what they want. They think the sex that they control can get them the commitment they want. That's not how that works. Okay. Um, so yeah, I would check that show out. All right. Number 3, when you break your own heart. So yes, I broke my own heart. And matter of fact, I would say I broke my heart all of the time. Somebody said this profound statement the other day, Stefan Lavoisier, and he said, women don't get played. Women play themselves. Oh, women don't get played. Women play themselves. So what that means is women already know that person's not right. There were several times early I got an inkling that this is the wrong man to, you know how you lean your ladder against a building, and then years later you realize you're leaning your ladder against the wrong building. So sometimes as women we we ignore our intuition that says this is not the right person. Okay, so sometimes that woman that you thought you were building with, she gets that message and she says, you're not the right person for me. That's fine. Let her let you go so that you can find the right person. And guess what? The person that you think you want, they will never make you happier than the right person. I'm gonna say it again. The person that you think you want will never, I don't care if she's a perfect woman, she will never make you happier than the woman that is perfect for you. Because I realize that I could be a great woman, but if I don't respect that man, or if I don't fit into his personality, he doesn't fit in mine, then we're always going to clash and we're never going to be happy. And it's okay for him to find somebody that is going to do that for him. I'm happy for you. Be happy for me, because I'm going to find mine. You going to find yours. I'm going to get mine. You better get yours. So I did break my own heart first when I thought I could change a man. I learned the hard way. Ooh, baby. 17 years trying to change a man. And I realized I can't change this man. Matter of fact, the other day, I was like, oh, keep reminding me why I left you. Keep reminding me why I left you. I was right. All you do is make her feel like she was right? I don't change people. I don't change anybody. All you do is you find a man you can follow. Find a man that can lead you. Sometimes you guys are chasing a woman that you will never be able to lead, and she knows it, and you know it. Find a woman you can lead. That is why y'all be going for the younger woman, because you're finding a woman that you can lead. That is going to work. And you want her to be a little strong too. You want her to be able to say things that are valuable too. So get one that got some sense. That woman will be fine. That you had to leave alone. That was your age. That was older than you. She needs to find a man slightly older than her. That's how it'll be balanced and equilibrium. And then the older people, they ain't changing, so they don't need no. They don't need no like that. Hit the like button. Hit my cash app is Ruth the Realtor. I'm gonna put it in this thing. Do y'all like the message today? Ruth the Realtor. Let's take a moment. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. And if you are looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, fix your credit, build your credit, hit us up, let us know. Text 267-259-4639. Buy, sell, or credit. Hit any one of those words and we got you, okay? All right, now back to this show. Thank you. I thought I could change a man, but the real tea is in the very beginning. This is where I messed up. Okay, I messed up. The first mess up leads to a whole lot of messed ups, right? I didn't look at my options. I felt like I believed in the lie that all men cheat, which is a lie. Guys, is it true? All men don't cheat. Did I say that all men never cheat? Never said that. They might have cheated. And now, see, you got to let them grow. Me and my daughter had a banging conversation today. That's why I'm late for the show. Oh, I love that girl. I love all my daughters. They are awesome. And my son. Well, let me tell you, honey. And by the way, if Ruth's relationship just helps my daughters, I'm good with that. I'm good. I am good with that, right? So, but it's helping more people than that. I was letting her know, like, baby girl, you don't need a boyfriend in high school. What can they do? Take you to McDonald's to get you number 3? They can't do nothing for you. And I told her, chill when this one boy was sweating her. I said, you just wait. You let these boys experience these other girls and all that. She said, Ma, you should have seen how when he realized he can get girls, because she was going to be target practice. My baby's not target practice. I don't send her no target practice. I don't send her for you to go. No! Listen, welcome to the show. If this is your first time, thank you for watching. We pick up props, whatever's around. This is what it is, right? My daughter's not target practice. One boy get to have sex with you and the whole school know and they all come for you because they think they can crack you, right? Absolutely not. They doing it to the other girls though. Now everybody want to be booed up. I was like, yo, a boy like you in high school, I'm sorry. He said that number 3 be hitting the was number 3? I forgot already. Damn it. Oh. The third point, breaking your own heart? Absolutely. So if I'm wrong, let me know. So, you mean the McDonald's? See, I'll be forgetting. That's why. Okay, I got you. That number 3 be hitting though. Yeah, that McDonald's thing. I'm like, what are you gonna do, sis? What did you doing? You want to have a boyfriend? Hold on, trust me. I know because I was under the same pressure in high school. I wanted to have a boyfriend, but it cost me, and I paid a price of 17 years and 3 children. I'm gonna say it again. In high school, I wanted to have a boyfriend like the other girls, and it cost me 17 years and 3 children for that. Thank you. But in reality, I was ready to get married at 14. That's my thought, and that's why I say I broke my own heart. Now, moving on. Hopefully, we don't have to talk about this topic anymore. I'm ready to move on. I'm just sharing to help somebody. Hopefully, I help somebody. All right. I told her not to have a boyfriend, and like, you're not gonna get nothing out of it except for I can't tell you how to. You should hear what these guys say to these girls. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's very rough and raw. It's bad. Okay. So that's all you're gonna get, and it's not gonna be good. But anyway, and you're not gonna be valued anymore. Once they have you, they're gonna pass you around to their friends, and they're like, oh, she let me hit. Maybe she'll let you hit too. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Well, nobody's gonna admit that because that means that but you can say I heard of that happening, and I'd be fine, guys. Okay. But I was like, well, why? If this guy cares about you so much, he was sweating her from day one. And then I was like, well, he cared about you so bad. Why is he trying to hook you up with other guys? It was crazy. Anyway, so these high school girls be going through it. If you have if you have a niece, if you have a daughter, a cousin, please. They hit high school. Get them at middle school. They were having sex in middle school. I heard they was having sex in middle school. The first person I heard getting pregnant was 13. I knew him. Okay, my friend got pregnant at 13 years old and had to give up her baby. Okay, so I was like, "Why are you doing it?" I don't know. I just want to do it. Okay, well, it costs you. So, and I was like, "That's kind of weird," but mind you, it didn't take me that long to crack. Okay. Anyway, Moving on, and I'm glad I'm honest about it because now I can talk to my daughters and be more relevant. Because then they're like, "Mommy, you don't know." I know, Mommy, no. All right, now, I played myself because I stayed so long. The problem is when you get into a marriage, now you can't just break up with somebody all willy nilly. Like, you know what? You're just doing too much. I think we should just end this. Now you done promised before the God in the world. So it's going to be a longer process for you to decide to let it go and stop breaking your own heart. Right? Now, you thought I was done? You thought I was finished? You break your own heart. This is how women break their heart. Let me tell you. Women break their own heart because they fall in love with a man before even meeting him. They fall in love with his voice. You know, women fall in love with what they hear. Men, they fall in love over the phone. By the time they see you, they done. Oh, he's the one child. He's the one child. They fall in love with their ears, not their eyes. Men fall in love with their eyes. That's why they're trying to see you. That's why if you on the app, you need to talk to people and find out more information before you go to their dinner, ma'am. Don't be going to everybody's dinner. Don't be going to the dinner. You need to know who you're talking to, who you're dealing with. Anyway, I broke my own heart because, let me tell you the story. I do not want to tell the story, guys. It's buried deep in the videos. First of all, I heard somebody clip my video and it was millions of views. I don't know if this is true. Hopefully, they don't clip this part. So, let me tell you how snake like social media people can be. All right. So, the story goes I got scammed. You know how they, I don't know what the Tinder swindler is, but I felt like whatever that name is, that's what applied to me. I got scammed. And one part is my nature. I'm still a woman. Okay. I got smarts, but sometimes it's like street dumb. Okay. It's facts. But I got scammed and I was trying to like this guy, I like this guy, whatever. And we start talking. And he just decided he was gonna offer me a check for a crazy amount of money, y'all. I was like, why are you doing this? I was confused. He offered me money. Like he offered me a large amount. And I'm like, I mean, we're not, right? I'm like, we already got offer me a check. Girl, guy, dude. All of it was a lie. I broke my own heart that time because I believed, like, you know what? I deserve it. Come on, we talk to ourselves all crazy, ladies. I deserve it. I deserve to be with a high value man. I deserve it. All the stuff I've been through. Be careful because you might bring God into it and say, look what the Lord has done for me. Is it just me? Like this. Hearts. If you're with me, if you feel my pain right now, hit that cash app right now. Hit that cash app if you feel my pain. I should have known. There, you don't get something for nothing. Not only was I promised cash, a brand new car, and a house. Now you look at me like, y'all, you stupid. But I had somebody important in my life vouch for who they knew this person's family was. Have you ever had somebody scam you? Wait, there was a guy that stopped me on the street and he said he knew Kevin Hart. Okay. This is how he was getting girls to sleep with him because he knew Kevin Hart. I saw that scam coming. I was like, no, sir, I don't care. I can care about rats, but about Kevin Hart's connection. Okay. I don't care. I know what you're trying to do here. Right. I didn't see the check coming. I was like, why are you doing this? I don't need this check. It's okay. Fine, fine. No, 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 no. By Sunday, Monday, whatever day he planned on leaving me before, it'll be here, right? You're going to have it. Here's the details. I'm going to take y'all shopping. I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you. I went to the car lot and everything, y'all. Okay? Car lot and everything. People telling me at the car lot, everything's taken care of. Everything is done. I'm like, what? And it was like, I was like, no, 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 no. This is okay. You better believe me before you see it. Oh, I'm taking it all away. Scamming. Scamming. Crazy, right? I know it happens. I'm like a hard worker. So I'm like, yeah, like I work really hard. But then I thought about, I was like, well, it wasn't making sense. I was like, why would God just give me this when I say amount of money, you could buy a couple houses with this kind of money, okay? It was a lot. And somebody telling me that their family is rich, and I'm talking to people on the phone. I was like, y'all are putting a show. This is a production. It's a whole production, right? Maybe that person actually has money when their parents pass away, but right now they're using that to their advantage. But I was like, well, it's not about that. It's not about the money. I allow I see it, I believe it, I take it. I listen, I work hard. I let that part of me, and I didn't think I had that in me. I'm like, I'm a woman of integrity. Oh, never. I ain't had no integrity that day. I was like, listen, what's the worst that can happen? Always is the worst that can happen. Every time I said it was the worst that can happen, the worst always happens. So I did break my heart with that one. Okay. So I learned not to take money from a man because this person is going to try to control me with the money. What did the person say? Oh, so you still gonna do that little relationship show even though I'm trying to make you stop working and stuff? Yes, I'm gonna still do my thing. What's up? And I should have known better because God is not going to allow anybody to get the glory but Him. All right. Another lesson that I learned, somebody totally different, was hit the like button, please. Show me some YouTube love so they can show this video. Thinking that I had nothing to lose. I had time to lose. I had relationships to lose. Every single time, I always figured out something new to lose. When you pick the wrong person, you start losing things. Okay? Mr. Prego. Mr. Prego. The other one we call Mr. Scammer because he was completely scamming us. Okay? Mr. Prego having us go see $1 million listings, y'all, and G Wagons. Okay? That's how deep it was. But Mr. Prego, I was younger and I felt like I had time. I was 32 years old. I saw something I like. I got impressed. I call it the spiritual high value man, right? I'm a minister. I'm a minister. Wasted 3 years of my life, right? Trying to trying to make somebody happy that was never going to be happy and never thought that I was the right one for him. And I denied it, and I tried very hard. That's the first time I ever tried so hard to be with somebody and it didn't work. That's why I don't try like that no more. Right? I don't try. I was trying to cook, I was trying to clean, I was trying to pay bills, I was trying to do everything. And I had nothing to show for it. I can't say that I did have a job. So he said, forget that. My pickup line for you is let's make both our shows major. We're about to brand ourselves and have multiple businesses. Bam. My pickup line, right? Absolutely. So, um, okay. So breaking your own heart is not knowing when to walk away, not knowing that person's not right for you, not considering all of the gut feelings. I remember there was a time we went into a store and the guy was like, he starts shaking. A pattern, child. Where? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Okay. So there's a type of person that it says, where are you going to spend your eternity? Like a picture about space. And he start. Oh, why? Why did I go? I should have left the moment we were at the store and he said we couldn't buy something because it had a devil print on it. I was done. Listen, anyway, I have probably more extremes than anybody else. And they say good people that have good advice have the most problems. I had the most problems. I'm cool now. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all have any questions about my story time? Don't feel bad for me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Anybody have any questions about breakups and when you should break up, when you should let go, when you should let things go? And the problem that I have with this breakup stories, I don't really tell them to people because now if you try to ask me for a breakup story, I'm not telling you. Oh no. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you look at me any differently and feel bad. And then what happened was a lot of guys would, well, not a lot of guys, but the people I dealt with, they would say, well, I never did what that guy did to you, and they thought it was okay. Be careful of that. That you telling somebody a sob story, feeling like you're gonna get sympathy. That's why you just need to heal and move on. You're not gonna get no sympathy. The person is whatever they do to you, they're gonna do to you, and they're like, well, at least I didn't do what that guy did. I'm better than that guy. You still hurt the person. I'm better than that girl. But you know what? I do understand too. Men don't. They don't be like, oh, that girl hurt me. They don't be like that. They don't. They have an issue, but you wouldn't know it's because somebody actually hurt them. Somebody actually didn't treat them well. When a woman, when you have the right woman, men, she's going to respect you. She's going to honor you. She's going to think of you as the greatest person in the entire world. If you don't find a woman that has that kind of energy for you, don't even bother. Don't even waste your time. She's not the one. If she cannot compliment you to the point where you're blushing, if she cannot make you feel good and encourage yourself, she's not the one. That means she doesn't see the value in you. She doesn't see the purpose in you, and she doesn't see y'all in the future together. It's okay. Somebody out there can do the job. Let them, but you got to let that person go. Imagine a woman praying to be with you, and you keep holding on to something in the past. Do you think that God's going to answer her prayers and give her to a man who's not letting go of something in the past? You think that's really going to happen? When you let go, you'll find out. Anything else, guys? That's all I had. Broken. Sometimes you're gonna have to break some of my heart. You're gonna have to break some hearts, and there were some really, really good people along the way, but unfortunately, I know exactly what I want, and if I can get it, I should go for it, right? So when I find what I want, like I said, I always say this: they know. You can ask them; they know. I'm very aggressive. I mean, I'm aggressive and passive at the same time. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. But they know. They know how I feel about them. They know I'm not holding back. I don't hold back. If I don't feel it, I'm not going to say it. Make sense? So if you can't get that kind of energy from your woman, that ain't your woman. Let her go to be with the person she's supposed to be with. Stop trying to make your idea of what you think the ideal woman is your ideal. It might be somebody that's close around you. You may have never looked at her like that. It's women. What some women is a man under your nose right now that you're communicating with that will be perfect for you, but you never considered giving him a shot. Maybe you did give him a shot and it didn't work out. That's okay. But you got to give them those people a shot that are not your type and see where it goes. He says, Ruth says, when I find what I want. Randall clears his story. Randall, would you stop already? Let it go, sir. Let it go. Guys, okay, fine. I am taken. I am taken. Y'all want to know? I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I didn't talk about it in like 40 shows, honey. 40 shows. No, it's been like 50 shows. Yeah, if we're on 143, at least a good 50 show. I ain't talking about my dating life no more. But yeah, you want to know? I'm taking. So thank you. And he knows who he is and how I feel about him. Okay. And that ain't gonna change, y'all. Okay. No matter what y'all say or do, it ain't gonna change. Okay, look at that. Stop. I gotta go now. The people that's close to me, like, girl, if she don't shut up about this. But I try to keep it play though. I try to keep it cool. But yeah, so I do feel bad like that I had to he claps. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, yours is coming. Everybody that's attached to this show, I pray they get the woman or man that they are supposed to have. And once you have it, you're gonna be fully satisfied. No questions, no nothing. But you sat, you listened, you learned, you grew. You know, you showed you said what you wanted to say in the show. Hashtag replay. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay game, right? Because this was a journey, and this is not just my journey. This was shout out to Anthony. Shout out to dang the mortgage guy. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Shout out to Reno, shout out to Keisha, shout out to all the people that has been with us through this journey. They really listen. It's not easy to focus your energy on this topic. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes you got work. Sometimes you got family. But you still like I do this because we all desire and want to be loved. We all desire to want to be cared for. We all desire to have somebody at the end of the night we can say good night to. In the morning, we can say good morning to. When we don't have to feel lonely. I remember having a hard day and I was like, I don't want nothing. I just wanted to hear from the person and, just to know that they were there. That like if I needed them, I could call them. That was very, very crucial and critical in that moment. And my day got better because I knew that happened. All right. So I pray that happens for you guys too. That is it for today. Unless y'all have something else to add. Anything else? Guys, did y'all like this topic? Was this a good topic today? Broken hearts, huh? I don't want a broken heart. I don't want to play the broken heart again. No, no, no broken heart. Did y'all ever have to break somebody's heart? Oh, I want to hear y'all story time. Anybody got a story time for me? I like Q&A, but y'all don't want to say nothing. I'm listening. Ruth is listening. Did you ever have to break anybody's heart? Maybe you didn't break their heart, but you had to hurt their feelings. You know why it's hard? It's hard because it's easy when y'all just dating or whatever, but when that person's seriously considering you and you have to say no, it's tough. Every time. Every time it's tough because you see the good and you want to say yes, but you can't because you know what's good for you. And like I said in the beginning, it's you or them. I chose that other person before and I suffered for 17 years. He said, yeah, I think we all have at some point. Well, how did it make you feel to break up with somebody? To hurt somebody's feelings? To let them know, it's not going to work. How did that make you feel, Raina? I'm doing good on time. Who's on here, guys? Who's still on here? Let's talk about breakups right now. No broken hearted girl. I told y'all story after story after story. He said it never feels good. Exactly. It doesn't feel good to say no, but sometimes as a woman, we have to say no more than once, and that hurts every single time. It's just like I don't want to keep saying no. I don't want to keep hurting people's feelings, but at the same time, it's like I want to move on. I want to move. I want to move forward. I want to pursue what I want to pursue. You know what I mean? One time there was this guy that he like when I say he like know how to treat a girl, honey. listen. And I was like, I know I don't see myself. No, I tried to see myself marrying him. I did. Right, will be like, I can't believe you think about another guy. I was. Um, I considered it, and his family know my family. It was gonna be great, Haitian. When I call, if I could call him when I need him, he came through all of that stuff. But he had some anger issues and he's some some mental health things that something happened and it was not a good scenario. And I was like, why would I put myself through this? And then I saw the anger come out again, and I was like, girl, you listen. It's some people you said no to better, honey. But I was like, I'm not gonna find nobody to treat me like that again. And I was like, you know what? You will find somebody to treat you like that. You will find an amazing person that whatever you had to let go will be like, my point is, better is coming. Better than me, right? For you. Better's coming. That's my point. I'm done. Anybody else have anything to say? Better is coming. It's on the way. Just prepare your heart. Heal from your childhood traumas, because it is going to come up. I told some girls, I was telling somebody, we were going through this path together. She's been on this show with me, this journey, and I told her due was coming, and I was like, listen, it doesn't feel like a fairy tale. It feels like a horror story when you're falling in love, because all the old stuff comes up and the uncertainty is there, and you all have to prepare yourself. He said the thing, you have to prepare yourself for the new relationship that is coming. You have to clean your closet. You have to clean your house. If your mother and father has done some things to you to hurt your little heart, you must clean the mess. Organize and fold the clothes. Deal with the issues. Go to therapy. So if you don't do that, it's going to show up and it might affect your future relationship. Imagine you got to be a leader, right? Imagine you got to be a leader, but you didn't heal yet. Maybe that's what you need to do. That's what I've been working on this whole show, is healing. All right. He says the thing is, I feel some women say no without even considering, but constantly complain because they can't find a better version of their ex. Okay. Um, I am with you. I've seen certain things, and I was like, it's an evolved woman, and then there's some women that's still working through it, right? So when you say they say no without even considering, yeah, women have to consider it, seriously consider it. Somebody that's not their typical type, and they're trying to find a better version of their ex, which doesn't make any sense because he's their ex for a reason, and he's not that best dude for you. You're the to find somebody better than your ex, he would have to be the opposite. But they don't want the opposite, because all the girls ain't go clap like, yeah, girl, you got a good man. You got a good man. If you don't make X look like that, have big muscles, drive a nice car, all of these things that they look is tall, all of these certain things, even Sierra, in other people's eyes, Russell is corny, a cornball. But to her, she had to pick her opposite of her ex to find what she was looking for. So women say no without even considering. But me, I actually consider. If I'm talking to somebody, I walk through and say, what is the future look like with this person? Can I really do it? And I do it way early. And if I can't personally do it, then I don't move forward. But constantly complain because they can't find a better version of their ex, because they're not trying to be a better woman. And when something happens, when you become a better woman, you require more from a man. Okay, certain guys would have passed, they couldn't pass now. Let me say it again. Certain guys would have passed, but they couldn't pass now because I became better and I did the work. So now I'm going to feel like you're getting over because I did my work. Did you do yours? Make sense? So that is up in. I was telling somebody today, I was like, girl, you don't got to be the smallest girl. You just got to be shapely for men. You got to have the top. Your waist got to come in and your hips got to come out. That's it. Some men are not going to need you to be 120 pounds. They want your shape to be great, your personality to be great. They want you to be feminine, right? So they're okay with your size, but you got to wrap it and drape it and take care of it and really that weight be gone, right? It's some really curvaceous people on Instagram right now. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, I'm swallowing all y'all. Are y'all kidding me? Before when I they got all the fat sucked out their belly, but kept the fat everywhere else. So they very curvaceous. They go like this. They go like that. That real serious hourglass, right? My point is, um, they are taking the shortcuts, and but they're not bettering themselves, right? And so as you better yourself, automatically the standards that you had before as a woman, they go up because you're better than yourself. You know what you can get. You know what you can get. And the only way for men to compete is you just gotta stand on your wallet, sir. At the end of the day, you gotta stand on your wallet. You gotta dress certain kind of way to get these girls. Certain kind of things that they looking for. You gotta find out what women are looking for, and you just gotta do nothing but be that dude. Be that guy. Be that masculine guy. There was a guy that picked this girl up on Instagram. Wait, was it Instagram? Facebook? She was like, I mean, her butt was like this big, like huge. Okay, he's smaller than her, but still a big guy. She's like good 280, 350. Okay, I know that's a big range. Picks her up and handles her and bow, right? She's like, oh, what the F? And she hugs him. And it's like, what is going on here? She's like, you can handle me. Women want a man that can handle them, right? And now I'm saying, men, don't be crazy. Don't get a crazy girl who I'm almost done, y'all. Don't get a girl that is like bad attitude and all that stuff like that. Like you can handle her, but she's a headache. I didn't say that. But women like when men take charge. They like masculine energy, and they want a man that's going to lead them. We're going here, then doing this, and doing that, and then doing that. That's a feminine woman that's going to accept that. A masculine woman would never accept that. And maybe there's a lot of masculine women in the world. They're dominantly masculine. They're working hard every day and they're masculine. They don't want no man to lead them. And can't no man tell me this and can't no man tell me that. I ain't changing for no man. But a feminine woman is looking for a leader. But the problem is some men don't know how to deal with a feminine woman. It's like, oh shoot, she want me to do this. I was on the dating app, and then the guy was like, he was making a lot of money too. And he's like, I don't know what else to tell you to impress you. I was cracking up like, bro. He talked for an hour about underwriting mortgages. I was like, oh my gosh, please make it stop. Because I said I want somebody to teach. Raina, you can attest to the fact that I said this. I was like, I like a man that can teach me something, right? And boy, he thought he was about to give me a whole lesson. I was like, bro, you trying to trying to all right. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the Rooted Relationship Show. I felt like we covered it thoroughly. Watch from the beginning. All right, I bless your dating life, your marriage, your children. Thank you for watching the. Oh, don't forget, real estate, credit. We got PA, Delaware, Maryland. Okay, New Jersey's coming. Don't worry. Don't give us a couple of months for New Jersey. We got you. If you know anybody that's moving in these states, please let us know. And anybody in the 50 states that want to fix their credit, let us know. 267-259-4639. Thank you for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Try to handle it. It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye.